Hey guys, and welcome to my stimulus package update and stimulus check update. Wow, I haven't said those words in so long. I want you guys to know that I missed you more than you missed me, and I'm happy I'm back here for you with another video just to give you my perspective on everything that's been going on.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi promises that there will be a standalone COVID relief bill after the funds were removed from the omnibus bill. This isn't necessarily the stimulus package that we're talking about, but it could evolve into a stimulus package. There's the Build Back Better stimulus package, and there's also another potential stimulus package here on the horizon. There's also potential anti-inflation stimulus checks being talked about now. Number one, just introduced yesterday by Democrats. They have unveiled an actual bill to issue quarterly stimulus checks to Americans by taxing oil companies like BP, Exxon, Shell, who are actually posting record profits right now, record profits. And what they would have to do is actually issue a portion of those record profits, because they say that the Democrats actually say that these oil companies, these gas companies, BP, Exxon, Shell, the massive companies, are actually gouging consumers right now and taking advantage of American consumers, because they're literally making billions and billions and billions of dollars, and they're making more profit than ever now. So you can literally see the headline here. Democrats have unveiled a plan to issue quarterly checks to Americans by taxing oil companies posting huge profits. And you notice here it says quarterly checks. So these would be checks on a every 3-month basis. And this was backed by Democratic Representative Ro Khanna. Senator Bernie Sanders backs it. There's several lawmakers here. There's actually a lot of support here already. I actually just did a video on this. I'll link it to more details here at the end of this video with the full details of that. But there's actually a lot of support now for what we're seeing as anti-inflation stimulus checks. And we're actually seeing a lot of states, in addition, either issue, propose, or announce plans to do this as well. So many different states. In fact, here's one of them. You can see here the state of Maine hopes to use stimulus checks to combat inflation. This is literally just as of last night, as of yesterday, this article. The governor says, let me zoom this in. As you can see here, Maine's Governor Janet Mills has proposed distributing inflation relief checks. Inflation relief checks. And has actually upped the proposal due to higher than expected state revenues. And this is what we're seeing from so many different states. So many different states are flush with cash, billions and billions of dollars, because they got money from the third stimulus check package, and just exactly what you see here, higher than expected state revenues all across the board as states are coming out of the pandemic economically, and states just have higher than expected state revenues. So they're giving money back to their residents. In fact, a lot of states actually have in their state constitution or in their state laws, like California did with their first stimulus check, that they have to, by law, if they have an overage of money in their state's bank account or their state's budgets, that they have to give the money back to their residents. And that's kind of why or how the California state stimulus checks kind of became. Of course, you know, the naysayers say, oh, he just did that so he got reelected. But they're probably going to be doing that again. And we're seeing all these other states do this now as well. So, you know, we're going to be seeing a lot more checks like this. And this is a good thing. We want to see more checks go out to the people on the federal level, on the state level, the county level, the city level. The more help we can get to people right now during the pandemic, during high inflation period, the more help, the better. So yeah, you can see here the state has proposed sending $750 checks to 800,000 people. The proposal was originally for $500 checks, but now they have upped it to $750 checks. So you think about that, that's actually more than the second stimulus check was on the federal level. So some of these state stimulus checks are actually more than, say, the federal stimulus check was. So yeah, and honestly, some of these are actually, they're starting to increase these. The governor said that her proposal would return half of the existing budget surplus to Maine taxpayers. And honestly, if you notice, that's only half the budget. So there could even be another stimulus check coming potentially next year. And this is what we're seeing from some states. Quote, this budget proposal is bipartisan in nature, drawing on good ideas from both Republicans and Democrats to tackle some of Maine's most pressing issues, like inflation and our long-standing workforce shortage, by giving back money to Maine's people, delivering tax relief to working families, and providing 2 years of free community college to help our students and our employers, Governor Mills says when announcing the proposal in February. Former Governor Paul LePage, a Republican who is running against the Democratic incumbent this fall, has proposed using the budget surplus to cut taxes instead of sending out stimulus checks, the newspaper said. And a lot of states are doing this as well. You can see this headline here from a few weeks ago. Flush with cash, states are handing out money to their residents. A pandemic windfall has bolstered state treasuries, and politicians see it as a way to finance tax cuts and other programs. For example, Idaho Governor Brad Little proudly stood before an appreciative crowd at a software company recently and signed a record $600 million tax cut into law, which is another way to give back to residents. The cut includes $350 million one-time rebates and $250 million in permanent income tax reductions for individuals and businesses. It lowers the top rate on individuals and corporations from 6.5% to 6%, while reducing the number of individual brackets from 5 to 4. For Idahoans, it is the second consecutive round of good tidings from the state, which passed a $383 million tax cut in 2021, consisting of $220 million in one-time rebates and $163 million in permanent relief. At this point, Idaho can afford it with a $1.9 billion budget surplus. Idaho is hardly alone. An analysis of state finances by Richard Auxier, a senior policy associate at the Urban Institute of Brookings Institution Tax Policy Center, found that 29 states and the District of Columbia, so basically 30, enacted significant tax cuts in 2021. So that's the thing here, is that a lot of states are doing this, and you might not even realize this. So when you're paying your taxes, your state taxes may actually be less. Your property taxes may be less. Your sales taxes may be less. There's all sorts of things here. Maryland included a $4.6 billion tax cut, which also eliminates income taxes on state residents over 65 for seniors. In Mississippi, the state house and governor are proposing to eliminate income tax, while the state senate has unveiled a more modest proposal to trim the income tax and lower some other fees. So Mississippi could eliminate income tax in the states completely. Also in Illinois, For example, Governor J.B. Pritzker announced a budget proposal that includes about $1 billion in tax relief. The plan includes a 1-year elimination of 1% sales tax on groceries, so you'd save a little bit of money every time you buy groceries. Freezing the state's gas tax at its current rate for 1 year, so you'd save a little bit of money every time you buy gas. And a 1-year waiver on healthcare workers and liquor license fees, and a one-time property tax rebate. So again, you'd be saving a little bit of money every which way in a bunch of different ways. So maybe not a stimulus check per se, but you'd be saving a little bit of money in different ways. And you never know, there could also be a stimulus check also, because a lot of these states, as I said, are really sitting on a lot of money. These are just a couple examples here. I'll be sharing with you guys as I come across more and more states. I'll be sharing with you guys more info here on our YouTube channel. So don't miss out on any new videos here at this point. I'll be sharing with you guys the federal level. The potential for stimulus checks is really ramping up here. Coming from the federal level, anti-inflation checks from the federal level, the state level, as well as everything going on here in our country, including what's going on with the war.
Alright guys, this is all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really missed you. Hopefully I'll see you here again very soon. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on everything we talked about here in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos for you. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.